2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. This has been the greatest... Girl, stop. Girl, stop talking. Stop talking right now. And then Whoopi, she gives a whooping. Listen here, peasants on a page. It's me, Nikocado Avocado. Oh my god, something amazing happened, and I'm about to show you guys what I did to my face. So, only 2 people in this whole entire planet know, and one of them just passed away, so my grandma, at least she got to see me before she went. I'm gonna show you guys what I look like. I ended up getting some plastic surgery to make me look more beautiful because I was looking really ugly. And before you say, no you weren't, yes I was. I was so ugly, like I didn't even deserve to eat. Like I didn't even deserve some air, just to be honest. Here I go. First, we have to take off this. 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead. I am always. I'm so excited to be doing a live version of my mukbang all over America and Toronto, Canada. Each show is going to have a presentation about my weight loss, how I did it, a signing, a meet and greet, a special hangout for VIP fans, and even a portion where you grab the mic and ask me questions. Read me to filth. Hopefully you don't drag me. Oh my god. Literally, you can ask me whatever question you have in front of everybody else. I'll be coming to Dallas, Atlanta, Fort Lauderdale, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, Brooklyn, New York, Boston, Philly, Nashville, Baltimore, Houston, Seattle, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. Get tickets now at x1entertainment.com/2 steps ahead or click the link in my description. Now you guys know I have never ever done a live in-person event ever. So I don't know if this is ever gonna happen again. This is something very special for all of my Ashleys and Nancys and peasants of a page. So I'm gonna need you guys to make sure you don't miss the 2 steps ahead tour. I can't wait to meet you guys. Okay. Oh my gosh, hi everyone. Hi guys. Oh my gosh, it still hurts to smile. Yes, I got plastic surgery and I'm gonna tell you what happened, why it happened, show you some clips throughout this whole video. So this video is actually divided into 2 parts. This is the mukbang where I show you and tell you what happened. The second part I'm gonna link in the description. It's my face getting lifted. It's my neck getting chopped off. It's them literally pulling out my skin and oh my god. It's literally footage of the surgery. I can't smile. It kind of hurts to laugh still. I can't even feel right here. Like this is still numb. And I'm very swollen still. So this is not the end result. But if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments under this video. I'm gonna be going through all the comments of this video. So without further ado, we're having spare ribs. You guys, I got plastic surgery. The judgment. Okay, first of all, I don't know why is there so much judgment with plastic surgery. Do you guys know? I think people think it's for the vein, it's for the shallow, it's for the plastics, da 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 da. I had a legitimate reason. Oh, so you could be like, no you didn't. Yes, I did. These ribs come from Costco. Cheers. And I put salt, paprika, cayenne, and honey glazed. Oh, it's still very hot. This is my first time having actual food in forever. And because I haven't been able to chill. I've been living off of mushy food because of my mouth. I can't open my mouth all the way and my jaw is all swollen, so I had to literally live off ground beef, mushed up bananas, and mushed up avocados and soup for like 2 weeks. Hey guys, I'm healing really well. As you can see, I'm gonna do a little side profile for you. So this is what I look like right now. Today's Saturday. Let's talk about what happened. Everyone already thought I got plastic surgery when I came back to the internet. 2 steps ahead. That's my tour now. I'm going on tour for 2 steps ahead. People thought I got my face, my body, everything was just plastic surgery, and that's why I looked the way I did. No. I had never, ever had plastic surgery in my entire life. I lost weight over almost 2.5 years. It was like 2.3 years, about 8 to 10 pounds a month. It was very slow, very, very hard. Tens of thousands of people. I remember it was going all over TikTok, like millions and millions of views. People zooming in to my face. People were so convinced that I got plastic surgery. And I actually never thought I would until after I lost the weight. I had a big problem, and that was a massive, massive double chin. It is what it is. You either chop it off or you deal with it. I'm hoping that red light, vitamin C, and the fact that I'm young, hope for the best, but I'm willing to try whatever. Massive double chin. Basically all of the weight that was around my face, in my forehead, around my eyes, my cheeks, it all fell down. With gravity, the skin, everything fell down and it collected right here at the bottom of my face. I was very lucky though, because from the front, you couldn't really tell. And I would also position my body in a certain way, angling it forward and kind of looking up at the screen where it would pull the skin back even more. And you would just never know I had that issue. You would never know. Hi, internet, it's me again. I have a huge double chin, like really, really big. So when I make YouTube videos, I stretch it out. And like, if this is the camera, I look at you guys like this and I'm stretching it out. So when I turn and demonstrate for you, look at that jawline. It looks so smooth, but it's because I'm sitting like this. I'm not sitting normally. It's too much. It's like, this is what you expect out of 70-year-olds. This is not what you expect from a 30-year-old man. And you're like, everyone has one, they push it. No, they don't. And also, I'm not pushing it. And look, I don't want to look like this. I don't want all this skin. But the moment I would turn my head to the side, the truth would be shown. And that's why I started growing a beard, you guys. People were like, why is he going red? But what's going on? I actually don't really like having a beard. I mean, maybe I'm still kind of getting used to it. Can you actually let me know? Comment. I don't know if I should have the beard, but that was the reason I did it, because I want to draw attention away from the sagging skin, especially from certain angles in the side profile. But I can't just not show my full face ever again. And out in public, I'm going on tour. You know, I'm doing like this big meet and greet tour. People are going to be taking photos with me. I'm going to be like hanging out with people. I was very self-conscious about it. Very, very self-conscious. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I never thought I would do plastic surgery ever in my entire life. I really never thought I would. But I toyed with the idea while I was losing the weight, and also before I started losing the weight. I remember like 4 years ago, I said on Patreon, you guys, once I do my weight loss journey, I mean, because my patrons knew, on my Patreon account. I'm so lucky no one leaked it. I was really like, oh gosh, someone's gonna just like put this out here, but no one did. And no surgery, I'm gonna lose the weight, okay? I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna lose the weight, and then after I'm down to like 190, 180, I'll see if I have to like do skin removal. I don't know, I don't think I could do that very well. You guys know me, I'm a when it comes to surgeries and needles. Ugh, I can't. Okay, let's change the subject. I don't want to pass out. I don't like being this big, you know? I don't like being this big. Like this fucking double chin full of fucking water. See, look at all this. I mean, look at this. After I lost all the weight, I was like, you know, I'm not going to be able to live this way. Again, the tour, again, performing live, being in public, and even if I didn't even have a YouTube audience, I still really, really hated how I looked. It was so discouraging to have all that weight under my face, because I worked so hard at losing it. It took so long. Do you know how long 2.5 years is? 8 pounds a month. It was like a slow grind. It was so annoying and horrible. And finally lost 250 pounds and still felt like somebody that needed to keep losing weight. It wasn't fat, it was skin. So I knew how to hide it with the angles, okay? I looked a certain way. Facing forward, never turn my head to the side. If I did, I would stick my chin out on purpose like this.
Okay, so listen, you work the angles, you get the cheekbones, you get the chisel, you do the little glare.
This is me before plastic surgery. The angles, you get the cheekbones, you get the chisel, you do the little glare. From the angles, yeah, it looks good. But just from my profile, from standing in line at Starbucks, I look like I'm already like binging out. Like, oh, he's letting himself go. I'm not. I work so hard. Very hard to better myself. Pick up all the shattered pieces in my life, put myself back together, and just get a life again. Facing one of my biggest fears in life, and that's anything medically related. So it came to a point really quickly after losing the weight that I was like, you know, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and get this chopped off. I have a big fear of surgeries. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Everyone's gonna be judging me. It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be painful. Oh my gosh. Sometimes people come out of surgery and they look horrible. Or you guys know, what's that famous Botched? I didn't want to be on Botched. Could you imagine? I mean, yeah, it would be funny, but it's not funny. It's never fun. I mean, that show's so entertaining. And I started watching episodes of Botched saying, oh my God, what if I end up on here? I'm sorry, it really hurts to smile. My cheeks, ow. So I started searching for the best. I said, you know what? If I'm gonna go under the knife and I'm gonna do this, I want this person to be the best of the best of the best. I want them to have years of experience. I want them to only do face. I didn't want to do somebody that did face and, you know, back and butt and chest and legs. I wanted only face. Their specialty, you know? That makes sense. That was the first thing I did. The second thing I did was like, I wanted to be in the United States. I did not want to travel internationally. A lot of people get their faces done overseas, but there's risk and you don't know. The people are less held accountable. You can't sue them, it's overseas. It's scary and I just didn't want to do that. I also wanted somebody that had good results, easily available on a website or on Instagram, something like that. There's so many surgeons, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. They don't have a portfolio available. They have no Instagram account, or if they do, it's just like words. It looks like spam, like Google Images with like a quote over it. Like, no. Show me your results. Show me your craft. Show me your skill. I don't want to read. It annoys me. Like, it's horrible marketing. And you're talking to someone that I love marketing. I'm really into marketing. I love it. It's so intriguing. And it's just the way to mobilize people. It's the way to excite people. Marketing matters. And I'm sorry, but if I have to dig hard or like call your office and be like, can you send me a couple, it should already be easy for me to find, because that's how you build that trust for people. So that actually took a lot of people off the list. I'm not gonna feel comfortable if I can't see your stuff. So then that narrowed it down even more. Another thing that really helped to narrow this down was finding a surgeon who did a deep plane neck lift, which is very different from a regular neck lift. The traditional neck lift is just about like pulling the skin, tighten it and stuff, but the deep plane neck lift targets the muscles, the tissues, the glands, because you don't want to look just pulled, and you don't want it to just revert in 4 years. So a lot of surgeons do not do deep plane neck lifts. They just do regular neck lifts. That goes for facelifts too. Deep plane facelift is different than a regular facelift. So this was another factor that really helped narrow down who I wanted to do my face. I narrowed it down to like 20, and I started getting consultations. I started reaching out. I'm not going to go into every single person, but long story short, I selected Dr. Ben Talley from the Beverly Hills Center. It's in Beverly Hills, obviously. 2 weeks out, I gotta say, the first thing, Dr. Ben Talley, you are amazing. I'm actually just, I don't even know the right words to say. I mean, thank you. But how did you do it so well? There's no implant in here. I'm shocked. There's no implant. And my neck, I can actually see my Adam's apple. I couldn't even see my Adam's apple. So I just feel like I have a more manly look. Dr. Ben Talley, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't even find the words to describe. I still touch my face. I'm like, this isn't me. I'm dreaming. I loved him, and I loved what I saw on his Instagram account. These people come out looking so much better, and it never looks overdone. It never looks like they're stretched and pulled. It always looked natural, and it always, these people, the before and afters, it took off like 10 years of their life. They would come for their neck lifts or their face lifts, and it always made them look at least 10 years younger. And honestly, I wasn't trying to look younger. I am young. I was really just trying to, okay, I went into this just to address the double chin. I actually had no idea I was going to do a facelift. Let me just say that too. I wasn't like, oh my god, my cheeks, my eyes, my nothing. I didn't want to change my nose, my eyebrows, my lips. I was happy with who I was comfortable looking the way I did. I just wanted that gobble gobble under my chin to be removed. And so that was a neck lift. I wasn't searching facelifts, I was searching neck lift. But in my research and over time, talking with Dr. Tale and just other surgeons as well, face and neck are kind of hand in hand, especially lower face. So my facelift, I got an actual facelift, but it was a face and neck lift. And it treated from the lower part of my eyes down. It didn't do anything to my forehead. See my forehead? See all the wrinkles? You know, that's still there. I didn't get pulled up like this or anything. Like all scary. Long story short, I ended up doing his Aura Lift. Now that's his patent name. It's a signature name for what's basically a deep plane facelift. Face and neck lift. And it's an extended deep plane facelift. So what that means is that when he cuts open the skin behind my ears, he peels back the skin, kind of like filleting a fish, all the way here. So he just opens it all up on both sides. So sometimes facelifts just target like up here, or neck lifts just a little bit here. It's like he releases all of the skin, releases all of the muscles, and repositions it. I know that sounds very scary. To think I went through that is actually kind of crazy. But the reason is, like I said, I only wanted my double chin addressed in this whole ordeal. The reason is, if I were to get a tight neck but not address the lower face, jowls would form. I already had jowls forming, and it didn't really look like it with certain lighting, certain angles. Again, I know how to work my angles on the internet, but truly under regular lighting, you could already see jowls forming. And this is natural as we age, but I had accelerated aging because of that weight loss. So I had more skin drooping at the sides of my lips, more skin drooping on the bottoms of my cheeks. So in order to lift the neck and make it look natural, you had to also lift the lower face. But I had so much skin, that if he would have pulled it, you know, just the lower face, it would have bunched up. So he had to do slightly under the eye, and then that came up. Oh my god, my skin, like, it's just losing elasticity. What? It's just loose too. It's definitely, it's loose from the weight loss. And then he's like, you know what? We should do a very light brow lift. So that's what these incisions are up on the top of my head. That's the from the brow. So my eyebrows are less curved, like McDonald's arches, and they're more slightly arched, a little more straighter. So I'm gonna look at the camera normally, and I might put like a before and after photo, so you can look at my eyebrows right now. They're less curved. They're less like McDonald's arches, and they're more, a little bit flatter, and they're raised from the corners. They're not raised like this, like a traditional way of doing eyebrow lifts, where you look surprised all the time. No, he still kept. So I think it's very natural. It's a subtle little thing. So that's what I did, everyone. I did an actual facelift, primarily a deep plane neck lift, but it ended up being a whole deep plane facelift, neck and face. And that's his Aura Lift. That's his patent name for what I got. So, yeah. I know. Ouch! It hurts to smile. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe I did this. I am in shock. I've been in shock, and I'm so happy. So happy. Oh my gosh. I have been literally crying tears of joy. Tears of joy for 2 weeks straight. Look at the side of my face. Look at that. Do you see? I have no double chin. It looks like I have an implant. There's no implant in here at all. None. That is my natural, that is an actual chin. He tightened all of the muscles in my neck to give it more of a dramatic result, really. But still looking natural. Look at that. I think if you didn't know me, again, imagine that these things are gone at the top of my head. I know I'm swollen, but if you didn't know me, you would never know that I got plastic surgery. Like, just walking down the street, it doesn't look like, oh, look at that guy's big chin implant. oh, look at that guy, look at all that work he had. No, you would never know. And honestly, let's say too, for the record, sometimes you look at people and you know they have work done, but they still look really attractive. I can actually think of a few housewives, you know the Housewives TV show from Bravo with Andy Cohen. There's some of these people on that show that it's very obvious they had a lot of work done, but they still look really good. Like I look at them, I'm like, you're so exotic looking. Like that's actually not a bad thing for some people. Some people want the look and some people look better than their natural look. So I just want to throw that out there too. I'm not trying to be like, oh, only the people that come out looking all natural are the best. Not necessarily, because some people naturally are not. I think it can really enhance some people to look like a different person. It can be a really cool thing, a really beautiful thing. I'm actually thinking of some news anchors right now. I'm not gonna say who. Anyways, that's not what I got. I still feel like I look like me. That's me. Like you can tell it's me. You're not like, oh, is that like a relative of Nikocado? No, you know that's me. But like that's Nikocado. Like that's just when he was skinny. So I still look like me. But the chin, you guys, the chin. I'm so happy. So happy. Sorry. I know I'm supposed to be eating. I'm doing so much talking. My dream came true, and he did an amazing job. And now, I'm looking at other surgeons. Now that I had the surgery, I'm looking at my face, I'm looking at what Dr. Talley did, and I'm comparing to the other surgeons I was considering. And I'm like, oh, see, I almost went with that guy, and I'm really glad I did, because now I'm looking at it through a different lens. I'm like, but mine looks better than, you know, his before and afters. It's really not about just cutting off skin and stretching it back, which some surgeons do, you guys. There's different ways to do a facelift, I'm telling you. Oh my God, thank God that I went with Dr. Talley, because I'm like, I got like the best result because of his specific method. Very few people in the world even do it like this. There's like the old school way, there's the generic way. He's one of the only people in the whole world that does it this way. And I'm like, oh my God, thank God. Thank God I chose him, because a lot of surgeons that I talked to, they all said you have to do an implant. If you want to like make it look really snatched, because that was my goal. I'm like, make me snatched. And the guys were like, you know, for a snatched look, you're gonna have to implant. Because my problem was my chin, if you see here, this doesn't line up with the top of my lip. It goes inward. It's recessed. So pretty much every surgeon said, if you want to look snatched, you're going to have to do an implant. And I didn't want an implant, you guys. I'm not saying there's anything bad. I know a lot of people have them and they're happy with them. I am a professional hypochondriac. I am a professional worrier. I would just worry every single day of my life that it's like going to get infected, or it's like detaching from the bone, or it's being rejected, or it's shifting and I have to get cut open again and I was like, no, if I'm going under the knife, I want it once and done. I'm just so thrilled to have my double chin gone. It's been so amazing. Let's talk about the actual facelift. Let's talk about the actual procedure. Well, leading up to the procedure, there was really nothing I had to do other than just be there, kind of show up. I didn't have to change my diet or anything. I had to stop taking all supplements. And then, yeah, I had to like get some basic checkups and make sure that I qualify. I had to do the consultation. Other than that, there was really nothing else I had to do except fly to Beverly Hills. And we arrived like 2 days prior. I went 2 days earlier and I visited Venice Beach for the first time. I walked on the boardwalk, which is like a famous boardwalk. I was so self-conscious, you guys, because of my double chin. So I was wearing a mask. It just covered it up and it just gave an optical illusion. Hiding my double chin because I had to shave to get it chopped off. Like, look at the difference. And then you take it off.
Like a body double.
And then you get that. The reality. So I wore my mask under my chin so I could take photos with people.
Nikara Avkara. I felt disgusting. And I know that's very harsh to say about yourself, but that's just how I felt. I felt disgusting. I felt very insecure. It made me not want to see people. It made me not want to be out. Like, I liked being in control of my camera. And that's another reason, you guys. People are like, why aren't you doing more collabs? Why aren't you doing interviews? Everyone wanted to interview me when I lost weight. All these podcasts, TV shows, so many, like, TV. I turned everything down. Every single thing I turned down. because of this chin. That's how bad this chin was to me. Because I couldn't be in control. I couldn't be in control. And I kind of liked when people were like, oh, he got plastic surgery. Well, I kind of liked the speculation. I'm like, let's let people wonder, you know? I felt embarrassed. I felt like I didn't do a good enough job. Isn't that horrible? Isn't that freaking horrible to feel like you were not good enough and I didn't want to show people the neck? So anyways, and then surgery day, basically I went in for markings on my face and I passed out. So, a lot of people that watch me, you guys know I have vasovagal syndrome. It's actually called vasovagal syncope, which basically means you pass out. Anyone that's followed me for a long period of time, you know. I pass out when I get my hair cut. I pass out when I get my blood pressure taken. I pass out when I just think about blood, veins, and needles. Sometimes the word blood makes me lightheaded. I see it in movies. $1 Million Baby, passed out in the movie theater. You know, just that scene where they were putting her nose back in place. Ooh. See, even just thinking of it now, I'm starting to get the feelings, you guys. So like, it's been very difficult for me over my entire life, actually. Going to the doctors, the dentist, I pass out at the dentist, even if I'm laying down. Remember in Thailand, pass out when I clip my toenails and see the veins bulging out of my foot. I mean, this has been a problem for my whole life. The blood drive announcement at school, passed out. Health class, taking our pulse in 6th grade, passed out. The desk flipped over on top of me. Everyone laughed. Like, it's always been a problem for me. So I really faced my fear here. That's how much I hated this double chin. I faced my biggest fear. It's like the feeling is horrible. I actually feel like I pass away. Every time I pass out, I feel like I go into the stars. And I know it all sounds corny and funny and stuff, but there's been some times where I've passed out and I felt like I passed out for a year. I told Dr. Tale, I'm like, in our consultation, I'm like, hey, I love your work. I'm really excited for this to happen, but I have a fear of surgeries and I will pass out. I'm just letting you know. Can you deal with it okay? Is it okay? And he's like, first of all, it's very normal, Nick. Just letting you know, a lot of people pass out. He made me feel at ease just in the consultation. That's why I knew this was the guy. He got out his little magic marker, his Sharpie marker, and he started making all these markings on my face. And just him making the markings, I started imagining like knives, like cutting. And I passed out. After he was done doing the markings on my face, it was time for surgery, you guys. It's kind of a blur. It happened really fast. I still can't believe I did it, but I did it. Basically, the nurses walked me into the back room, the surgery room. I remember they're like, just keep walking forward, honey. Don't look, just look at the floor. Because the room is surrounded by equipment and all these scary things. Like, for me, it's scary. Tubes and like needles and instruments. I mean, it's just, you don't want to look. I can't say enough good things about the nurses. Like, I kept saying it in my vlogs on my other channel. You guys will see it. I could not stop talking about how, because that was the last thing I remember before going out. It was those 2 nurses, the nicest people that just made me feel so good and calm, and they made me feel comfortable. And I really need that for someone that has medical anxiety. Like, I really needed that. I don't actually remember the surgery. I was so afraid of that. I don't remember anything. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't feel anything. I woke up and it was the next day in a hotel. I have underwear on, it's okay.
I like to hold on to you just in case you're like,
Oh, I thought you were covering my butt or something.
You're gonna go right through here. Right up here. Try not to turn her down.
I remember that.
That's it. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to that double chin. Oh.
Good done.
Reem.
Oh,
Wow, Reem. I did it.
Way to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can you look here and give me 2 steps ahead?
I am 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. Sorry, Reem.
That's right. Tell him what's up.
For sure. Nice.
Feel good?
The only thing on my mind right now is how grateful I am. I just want to send this message thanking everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you so much and accepting me for my weirdness. I know I'm a weird person. I've accepted that a long time ago. I just want to make people laugh and smile in my own quirky way. And for the people that like it, they like it. And for the people that don't, they don't. So thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. Happy, 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 happy. Thank you, everybody. Ciao. This was a very interesting night. I slept probably 2 hours in total. It was very hard to fall asleep, very difficult to fall asleep. And I was kind of euphoric for most of it. My tooth extraction hurt way more, and the pain before and after the tooth extraction hurt way more. And also, I think my wisdom teeth hurt a lot more than this too. I was crying. I didn't even cry.
The drains did not hurt coming out. I thought they would. I didn't even feel them. I was like, whoa. And I was very numb. Everything was numb. I just felt numb. And I had all those stitches in. I looked really crazy, but I was speechless. When Esther, my nurse, handed me that mirror, I was speechless. I was like, oh. Didn't know what to say. I knew it would be good because I'm working with one of the best surgeons in the whole country. I knew it would be good. It still exceeded my expectations. Like, my expectations were already high. So, yes. Got the drains off, looked snatched, looked amazing. And then it was a lot of recovering. I honestly, truly thought this would be like a 9 out of 10. And I'd be like grinning, suffering through it, grinding my teeth. Oh, none of that. Ever. And then like the next day and the next day and all of the days recovering, I kept saying on my vlogs, I'm like, this is not that bad. Like, yeah, there's some pain, especially when the sun goes down. It's always worse when the sun goes down, but that's all sicknesses. Have you ever noticed? If you have the flu or the cold or whatever, like when the sun goes down, you always feel worse. I don't know how it works. There has to be a reason. I never Googled it. But the pain meds that they gave me took it all the way. It would go from like a 7, like, oh, this is starting to hurt, down to a 4. Like, this is totally manageable. Totally manageable. Totally manageable. And I am a wussy. Instead of a W, put a P, okay? I'm not saying the word. I get a paper cut and I'm passing out in front of you. And here I am with stitches, swollen as can be, busted open, and I'm totally rocking it. I wanted this so badly. And so if there's like a little bit of pressure or there's a little bit of pain coming, like, I don't give a flying. I just don't. I don't give a at all. Because look what I got in exchange. It's so worth it. The pain could have been double the pain. And I'd still be sitting here saying, yeah, it's worth it. And I did these really cool treatments. I did an oxygen treatment, which I never heard of before. Basically, I would get into this booth. It was like a coffin almost. And it pumps oxygen into your face. And it promotes healing. So it goes through your cells, into your brain, and it helps your body heal faster, apparently. I don't know the science behind it, but apparently it's a real big deal. Otherwise, they wouldn't have it.
2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
People were pointing out that I was yellow. People were pointing out the bags under my eyes. I definitely feel a lot more refreshed now. I'm gonna put a side by side or something. Like, look at my face. 2 steps ahead. You know, I feel so much better. And I don't look yellow. Shh, stop, I can't laugh. I went through some really dark moments in that weight loss journey. And I mean, no one knows yet. It was difficult. It was difficult. But when you go through hard stuff and you come out and feel like, I'm still dissatisfied, or I still don't look good, or I still don't feel proud. But let me act proud because everyone's gonna be proud of me. It was just a conflicted feeling, like 2 steps ahead, like, you know, dancing with my arms up like this and doing all the poses and yada, 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 yada. I was just like I can only fool people for so long and it's whatever, but I'm fooling myself and I just don't feel good. Like I have a double chin and I decided I didn't want to live that way the rest of my life. I didn't want to hide it. And I wanted to tell people, some people, honestly, they'll get plastic surgery and never tell you and they'll deny it. I've been seeing, actually just on TikTok, I'm not going to say who, I think she was trolling. Paris Hilton. Wasn't she trolling? She did an interview. She's like, I've never had work done, never had filler, never had Botox. That's why I think she was just trolling. I'm like, shh, this is something I would do. Are you Dicacado, Miss Paris Hilton? But you know what I mean? That's just an example of celebrities. I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but just people that have a following. And people want to know about your life. And you're like, oh, they look really different. And that's not just like losing weight. And then they'll deny. I'm all natural. Oh, I've never gone under the knife. Or they'd be interviewed in a magazine. They're like, I would never get plastic surgery. I love sharing my life, and I love people, and I love to make people laugh. And I love hanging out here on my channel. I just didn't feel right lying about plastic surgery when everyone would look at my face and know. I mean, again, for like a day or two, you know, ride it out. Like I did when I was 2 steps ahead, and then I played that old video of me fat saying, I said I was 2 steps ahead. Everyone believed it. I'm like, let me repost this right now. That would be kind of funny. I let that run for a couple weeks, and then I was like, hey guys, it was just reposting. It's whatever for like a couple videos or like a moment, because that's entertainment. You know, it's just entertaining to be like, what's he got up his sleeve now? I love doing that. But I knew if I showed up here with plastic surgery and had to change the face, like I wouldn't want to deny it for years and years. I would eventually be like, okay, yeah, I did. I'm doing so much talking. It feels so good to be back. It feels so good to like come out with this information. I love how I look. Oh my God. And I'm so thankful that I had a good plastic surgeon, and I just can't wait to see how this evolves over the months. Anyways, this video is so long. Links to Dr. Ben Talley are gonna be in my description box, to his office, to his Instagram, to his website, to his YouTube video, the surgery video, and the footage of the surgery. I'm also gonna put in the description my tour, so tickets are on sale. I really hope to meet you guys. I am so excited for this. This is something I've wanted for ages, forever. I'm healthy, I'm energized, I'm excited, I'm healthy. I'm just excited. I'm really excited, especially everything I've been through, and for the people that have followed me all this time through all of my drama and all of the ups and the downs. I had so many ups and so many downs. That's going to be linked too. I know that's a lot of links. Oh my God. But I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. Please leave a question that you have about my plastic surgery. If you have questions about my facelift, neck lift, please leave them, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Yay! Yay! Oh my gosh, it feels so good to put this video out. It feels so good to not have a double chin. It feels so good for people to know I don't have a double chin. I'm so happy. It's amazing. Thank you, Ben Talley. You are the best.